Garcia, you wrestled your whole life. Tell me your favorite wrestling memory.
My favorite wrestling memory is my dad came and asked me if I wanted to wrestle. My whole life changed after that. I remember eating potatoes in the dining dining room, and never forgetting that he asked me to wrestle. And ever since then, my life changed.
How old were you?
I was in third grade, so
You was young when you started.
young. Yeah,
How do you think wrestling shaped you as a man?
wrestling helps build you your work ethic. Like when stuff starts going wrong, wrestling just makes you realize you just push on through it. Like what Dan Gable's famous quote: "You make it through wrestling, you can make it through anything."
Right.
You know,
Hardened character.
yeah, your character, and it builds such a good character. Later in life, you're out of wrestling, but it's still with you no matter what you do. If you're working 60, 70, 80 hours a week, you don't feel like getting up in the morning, you get up and you check yourself. You're like, get your butt up, let's go to work, let's get her done. You know,
It's really the only way, right?
blue collar mentality.
Yeah, man.
You know,
How do you think being a wrestler has helped you, with this, the hardships now you faced later in life?
you realize that no matter what it throws at you, man, it's going to be okay, because you just know it's going to be okay, because you just keep pushing through it. It's not a part of you, No matter how bad it gets in life, wrestling helps you teach you your toughness, how tough you are, and the grit, how tough you are inside and out. And no matter what, how bad it is, whatever it may be, you just keep biting down in your mouthpiece, you keep grinding through it.
That's it, man. That's how you got to approach everything in life, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I told you earlier, we were walking, just how, just getting to know you this summer and spend some time with you. It's really made me reflect about my own life and, the time I waste, the time I spend, what I spend it on. Because we're all walking towards our death date,
Yeah.
And it's easy to think like, oh, it's so far away. We have so much time.
Yeah.
But it's really, our time's really limited. Just the difference, I think, is you have a more clear idea of when your time is
Right.
than I do, And I think it's really surprising to see you have such a positive attitude about it, just an acceptance
Yeah.
and a peacefulness.
Mhm.
I think that's very powerful,
Yeah.
to be at peace with, knowing that you don't have a lot of time.
Yeah. If you can find peace in life, how it gets you, working out, studying, as long as you find that peace and take that with you, I think you've done pretty good in life. If you could have some peace in your life, that branches out to so many other things.
And what do you, I think it's important too, to kind of, I think the other thing I learned from you is it's weird to think, all right, I'm learning a lot about how to live from someone who's dying, and someone who's spending their life the way they want to. I've always tried to focus on that even for myself. Just even though I get sidetracked sometimes, I'm thinking I need to live life on my own terms, because it's my life. It's nobody else's,
Right.
You gotta try, stay true to yourself. You feel like that's something you've always done. Just
Live in the present, like you said, your wife does all the time. If you can live in the present, that's the key of life, because the future isn't guaranteed, right? And the past is it's gone.
it's over.
It's over with. All we have is this very moment. Each breath could be our last breath.
We have no way of knowing.
No
Right?
way of knowing. Like there's a song on the wheel called "Pump and Uglies Play." It talks about that. It all ends with an exhale. Like when you're waking in life, you smack your butt and take your first inhale, and when you leave life, you take an exhale to exit.
And where does it go from there?
I think your energy goes on to whatever you believe. It takes you to the next. If you're a Christian, whatever you're Hindu, Buddhist, but as long as you got some kind of good energy, foundation, it'll take you to the next step. I believe in reincarnation. I think your energy goes in different life forms and travels different planets. Just how big the galaxies are in our universe alone.
The chances that we're the only ones here, it's so slim.
Yeah, it's so silly not to think that there's other life. There's so much life. It's ridiculously, because it's all
We can't even fathom.
we can't fathom how big it is and beautiful that it is. And the main thing is just find what your jam is and just enjoy the ride.
Yeah.
The rest of it don't matter. All that stressing and life that pulls on you and tugs on you in your daily life, That stuff don't matter.
Think about how much people let the past dictate their present, their mood. You know, when it's gone, it's over.
It's over with. Cut it off. Let's go on. No need to hang like an anchor, dragging an anchor through your whole life, and oh gosh, collecting dirt. Finally, you can't move no more. You're just stuck in that reality of worrying about stuff, whatever it may be.
So, last thing I want to talk about with you, real quick. You know, music. Music's a huge part of your life.
Yeah,
It's a huge part of my life too, and I think there's a difference between people. Everyone likes music,
yeah,
but I think there's a difference between people that like music and enjoy it, and people that it's a big part of their life.
yeah.
How do you think music has shaped you as a human on this experience here?
And music's like old Bob Marley said, when music hits, you feel no pain. When if I get pain, I'm at a show, and at a Tropidelic show or a Slightly Stupid show or whatever, man, I get high off that energy, and it's like Miles talked about, it's a give and take. You give it back, they give it to us, and we give it back to them. And I take that energy for weeks, and I go give to other people.
Yeah,
You know what I
it's
mean?
like you're riding a high after the show,
Riding
right?
that high after the show, then everybody else, hey man, I'm riding this wave out. Come on, jump on this wave, and just like being nice to them in the day or whatever it is in that day that I'm there for the opportunity. I'm gonna elevate them because I got that juice in me from the music.
So music's, you know, it's universal to every culture, everywhere in the world. Since the beginning of time, people have loved music. It's part of the human experience.
Yeah,
And wrestling's the oldest sport. Every culture wrestles.
every tribe,
Every tribe. Yeah.
every animal,
Yeah.
even dolphins wrestle. Everything wrestles around.
And it's like a common thing. You know, I've met so many high-level musicians, especially in this space, the rock and reggae space. You know, Miles from Stupid, Mikey D from Pacifier was, you know, a state champ wrestler,
Oh,
state
okay.
finals in Illinois. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You know, badass wrestler. You know, Clay Guida, who we talk,
Clay,
you know,
yeah.
Clay, my boy, you know, loves wrestling, great fighter, and loves the music just as much. So passionate about it. You know, there's like, I feel like there's some type of connection there between, and maybe it's the duality of man. You know, like the violence and the peace.
Mhm.
'Cause I think of you, when I think R.C. Anderson, I think peaceful warrior.
Yeah.
You were a warrior, 4-time state champion. There's a violence that comes with that,
Mhm.
but you're one of the most peaceful individuals
Yeah.
I've ever met. So I think there's something, I think people that, I don't know how to get verbalized, but maybe people that can't accept that duality, they have a hard time being fully actualized as a man and as a human. And unless you can accept that I can, you know, I have this aggressive and this strong side to me, but I can love, I can hug,
Yeah.
you know, I can give positive energy to people.
Stay humble.
Love you, RC.
Love you too, buddy.
It's been a great adventure, right?
Oh man, great adventure.
No, I'm thankful for you.
I'm thankful for you, bro. I appreciate you.
Thanks for bringing me this place.
Oh yeah.
This place is special.
Maybe you would come back here, you know.
Me and you will come back here again. Bring my boy here. And we'll do a little workout or whatever, and then we'll walk through our good stuff.
That was cool, though. Nice deal, man.